Oh, stop yelling at me, dear. I'm cutting them. You still have food on your plate. Okay, please don't scream at me.
Hello, everybody. I have everybody muted right now, but you can feel free to click the unmute at the bottom, or there's also the chat box at the bottom that always pops up. So if you have questions, you can do the chat box, or you can unmute yourself. It's up to you. I was just going to wait like another, maybe like just another minute and see if anybody else gets on. I just sent the reminder out. So just be 1 second and I'll be right back. Okay, awesome. Thanks, Ashley. She said I'm looking cute in my new jacket. I love this thing. It's like fleece lined. It's so warm. I just wish it was summer. It's raining here in California. Okay, so welcome you guys. There are 8 of us on here, so thank you for getting on. I am super excited about this Power Push group. March was an incredible month, and April is going to be even better. And there's a couple things I wanted to review with you in the beginning, and then I figured we could do like a Q&A session at the end, where we can either unmute everybody or you can put it in the chat, and you can basically ask me anything you want about the business or things that you're struggling with, like maybe we can, I can help you work through that. So first I wanted to go over our goal. So my goal for this push group really is to get everybody in this group to complete their steps to success in the next 14 days. I think that's all we have left. And we have, let me see, we have a lot of people in this group. We have 1, 2, 3. So 33 people in this group. So thank you guys for getting on, to the 8 for getting on. That means a lot. That shows that this is really important to you. So I appreciate that. But the goal is for everybody to get their steps to success completed before April 30th. And I'm going to show you guys why, and I'm going to go over all of that information with you. And really it starts with the compensation plan. So that's one thing that I'm finding that a lot of people aren't familiar with is how we get paid. So you want to make sure that in order to do the best with this business, that you understand how we make money. So when I first started, I printed out the compensation plan. It's right on the eSuite. It's super easy to read through. You guys really only need to read up until probably until Diamond right now, because after Diamond it gets kind of confusing and that takes like a whole nother Zoom. But I'm going to go over some of the basics with you, but it's really a good starting off point if you want to print it out and read it. I mean, it has a welcome. It talks about what you should do in your first 30 days. It talks about how to climb ranks. It talks about how to promote to the next level. So in our business, it's not just about selling the product. It's about teaching other people to sell the product as well. And that's where a lot of people start to think like, oh, this is a pyramid scheme. Well, it's actually the exact opposite of a pyramid scheme, because let's say, Ashley joins the team and I sign her up and she joins the team and she's like a total rock star. Ashley actually bumps over me and will make more commission than me. So in like a traditional pyramid scheme, the person that enrolled that person you would never be able to pass them up. So I know Megan came from Amway, I think it was Amway, and they were like stuck under their enroller. So they couldn't never progress. So that's the really good thing about it works, is the harder you work, the more you get paid. So I'm just going to start with the basic commission plan. So when you first start and you're a distributor, they say the average pay for a distributor is around $71. And that can go up and it can go down. I know my first paycheck when I was a distributor, I just shared the other day, was $29. And that's because I didn't sign any distributors. I signed my 4 loyal customers, and I think that's it my first month, maybe like a distributor too, but they hadn't bought anything. So when you are a distributor, the only thing that you get paid on is the orders that you sell. So let's say you personally enroll a loyal customer, you get 15% of that order. So if you sell a box of wraps for $59 and you're only getting 15% of that, you're only making, what's that? Like $6, basically, like off of every box of wrap you sell. That'd be the 10%. So then add 5% to that. So $9 off a box of wraps. So that would take a really long time to add up to the, $371 that a executive might make. Like that would be, you would have to sell like 100 boxes of wraps to make anything, basically. So you only get 10 to 15%. We still want to sign loyal customers because the customers are the bread and butter of our business. So that's not an option. Like we still have to sign them. But after you get your first 4, you really then start investing in signing loyal customers for the distributors that are underneath you. So once you start enrolling distributors, the first level that you want to get to is our executive level. So executive, so this is you right at the top here. And then the executive level is 2 distributors underneath you. When you get paid on the executive level, you get paid 10% on your first 2 levels, and then 5% on your third. So you're level 1, this is level 2. And if any of these distributors signed a distributor, that would be level 3. So it's 10, 10, and 5. However, if you personally enrolled all those customers and all those distributors, you get an additional 5% on top of that. So it'd be 15, 15, and 10. So you're not only making money off of the products that you're selling, but you're also making products off of what your distributors are selling. And you're still making the same amount of commission off your distributors' sales that you are under your personal sales. So that's why we always say you want to do 4 loyal customers every single month, because even if you don't need them, you can place them under your distributors and you're still getting the same amount of pay. And then once you start getting distributors, that's when the fast start bonuses kick in. Like fast start bonuses are a lot of money. Like I think a lot of us don't think about that. But what a fast start is once you start signing distributors, every time you sign a brand new distributor, you get $100 as soon as they sign their first 2 loyal customers. So let's say Cassandra signs distributor 1. Cassandra has her 4 customers already, but she signs 2 more customers. She can move those customers under her distributor and she'll get $100. So I don't know about you guys, but I would rather get $100 than $9 off a box of wraps. So don't keep LCs under you ever after getting your first 4. You always want to give them to your team. And that brings you to the importance of growing your team. So we say every month you want to get 4 loyal customers and 3 distributors. So this is where the average income kicks in. So the executive average income is about $300. And the reason it's that way is because you're getting, the 15% off everything you sell, 10 or 15 off of everything that they sell, plus 5 or 10 off of everything the next distributors sell. And then you're getting $100 fast start, $100 fast start. And if you signed the next distributor, you have another distributor here, you get $100 fast start. Every distributor that you sign up, when they get 2 customers, whether you give them the customers or they get their own customers, you get $100. It has to be done in 30 days, and their auto shipment has to be set up for ADBV. So that's why it's super important for everybody to have an auto shipment set up and hopefully run it. That would be good too, because you get paid commissions off of all of your distributors' auto ships as well. So that is executive. And then after you hit executive, we move on to our Ruby rank. So this is where the steps to success kick in. So this is you at the top. You've signed your 4 loyal customers, and then you sign distributor 1, distributor 2, distributor 3, right? So then you teach these 3 distributors to get 4 loyal customers, 4 loyal customers, 4 loyal customers. That's $100, $200, $300 in fast start bonuses, just right off the bat. Then you're teaching them, after they get their 4 loyal customers, you're teaching them to get 3 distributors. So this person has 3 distributors, this person has 3 distributors, this person has 3 distributors. In order for you to go Ruby, you only need one of these 3 to sign 2 people underneath them. But if you have, this person has 3, this person has 3, this person has 3, any of those can make you a Ruby. It doesn't have to be one person. Your charts are fluid. So Ruby is where you really start making the big bucks, and that's really when you kind of go into more of a leadership role and like a team building role. You can transfer, you're all the way up here. Let's say this, you had distributors down here who signed distributors down here. You can transfer your customers anywhere in your downline. It doesn't have to be somebody that you enrolled. It could be anybody, as long as they're underneath you in your downline. So if, let's say, if Ryan signed up Raina and Raina needed one more customer and Ryan didn't sign Raina, then she could still put the customer under it, and then that person would get the $100 fast start bonus. So last month alone, you guys, I got $1,300 in fast starts. That's like what the average Emerald makes. And all I did was follow the steps to success. I signed 4 loyal customers and 3 distributors, and I did that 5 times last month. And so that's why this is so important. And we want to keep it simple and duplicatable. So it's not complicated, right? It's 4 loyal customers, 3 distributors, 4 loyal customers, 3 distributors, and then they do the same, they do the same, they do the same. If you do this for, I think we figured out 3 months in a row, you would have 39 distributors on your team. And you only need 24 to go diamond. I say only, but because it is only 24. If 3 gets 3, who gets 3, who gets 3, you're diamond. So that's why it's important to also start growing your distributors in addition to your loyal customers. So then, with Ruby, you get paid on 4 levels. So you get paid on, you're the top level. This is level 1. You also get paid on level 2, which would be 10%. And then you get paid on level 3, which would be 5%, level 4, which is 5%. So you actually get paid 2 more levels below this. So even though they're not on the actual chart itself, you're still making money off of any distributors that are under, and customers that are under this distributor. So then once you hit Ruby, really your goal is to start building rubies. Emerald is 2 rubies, diamond is 3 rubies. So any of these people could go Ruby. Anybody can go Ruby. Anybody in your chart can go Ruby, and they will bump up on your chart as a Ruby. So it's kind of hard to explain, but Emerald is basically 2 rubies, and then it's 2 people at 400 GV, which is group volume. So it just keeps going up from there. When you guys hit Emerald, you get paid to infinity. you could be 20 levels deep in distributors and you get paid on all of them. So this is like where the thousands come in. I think this average is, yeah, 1121 a month is what the average emerald makes. And that's because there's no cap on what you're going to make. So you're continuing to enroll distributors to get there. Don't count on anybody on your team to do this every single month. You have to do it and show it, and then teach them how to do it, and then follow up with them on actually completing it. So it's kind of one of those things, like you can't just talk and not show that you're doing it too. Like we want to make sure that everybody is doing this. So then when you go diamond, I'm not going to show you the diamond chart right now, but the diamond is 3 rubies. And the reason why you want to go diamond is the average income is $2,000 a month, which is amazing. But that's average. Like it could be way higher, it could be way less. And we basically say that once you go diamond, you have the license to print money. And the reason for that is, once you go diamond, your fast starts actually go from $100 each fast start to $180 on each fast start. And you also get an additional $80 off of every time your team fast starts. So let's say I have Ashley who signed Tanya. Tanya gets her 2 loyal customers. Ashley gets $100. I get $80 because Ashley's diamond coded to me, even though I didn't do anything. So, or if Tanya needed 1 more customer and it was the last day and I happened to sign a customer, I would put that customer under Tanya because Ashley gets $100 and I get $80. But if it was my distributor, it would be $180. So imagine 39 people on your team all getting a fast start, and you're diamond. Everybody that you enrolled, you get 100. Everybody 180, and everybody that you didn't enroll, you still get 80. So that's where like all the money comes in, right? So yeah, Ashley said that's crazy. I know it's super crazy. And then double diamond, it goes up to 120. So 220 total for every single fast start when you go double diamond. Last month I had $3,000 just in double fast starts, just the 120, and an additional $1,300 in my own personal fast starts. So what is that, like $4,300 in fast starts? Like, I don't even know if I did that math right, but yeah, $4,300 in fast starts. And that doesn't even include my commission, you guys. So like, get those little customers, get those distributors. Like if you're just focusing on customers, you're never going to get anywhere. If you're just focusing on distributors, you're never going to get anywhere. But if you do the 4 and 3 rule, like 4 customers, then focus on 3 distributors, and then focus on getting 4 customers to put under those 3 distributors. You know what I mean? And then just keep doing that over and over again, and it becomes a habit. And it keeps you structured. It keeps you working on one thing at a time. Like right now, I am on a push for distributors because I already signed my 4 loyal customers this month. So now I'm working on my 3 distributors. Once I have my 3 distributors, I go back to posting for loyal customers. Once that's done, I go back to posting for distributors. So, Rena, did you have a question? Oh, never mind. Okay, she muted herself. So that's how the compensation plan works. So super, super important to know how you get paid. It's not about hitting ranks. Hitting ranks opens up more opportunities, but it's about following those steps and getting the fast starts, helping your team out, helping them get the fast starts. Like you'll do better in this company the more people that you personally help. So that's that. And it goes up from there. Triple diamonds get $235 off of every fast start. Presidentials get $245, and ambassadors get $250 every single time somebody on their team, anywhere in their downline, whether they enrolled them or not, gets a fast start. So that's really the key to this business. A couple other ways that you can make money. Or does anybody have any questions on that so far? Because that was a lot of information. I got it already. I'm sorry. Are they weak? Yeah. No questions? Okay. Okay. So some of the other ways that we make money. Obviously, wrap cash. You can buy a box of wraps for $60 and sell them for $25 a piece, or even better is throw a wrap party. Every time you throw a wrap party, you charge your guests $25. So you can invite 8 people over and you made $200, so Wrap Cash is just a really quick way to make some extra money. I know every once in a while, we live right next to a military base and they do a lot of the PT testing. And so I get a lot of Facebook messages where they get measured on their waist measurement and somebody will be like, can I come buy a wrap right now? And they'll just swing by and they'll just pay me $25 for a wrap. So that's like just an extra way to make some money. And then the leadership bonuses are the ones we just talked about. And then of course there's the promotions, which are the Go Fast and the Go bonuses. So if you just started, you have up to 6 months to hit Diamond, which is a long time if you really think about just having to do those 2 things over and over again, and teaching your team to do the same thing. If you go Diamond in 3 months, you get $10,000. And if you go Diamond in 6 months, you get $5,000. And then the bonuses keep going up from there. If you hit double Diamond, I think it's, I can't remember off the top of my head, 20 and 40. I don't know. But anyway, it's all in your Wired app. So that's an app that you want to make sure that you have. So those are all of the ways that we actually make money. So I hope that helped. I've been getting a lot of compensation questions, especially because we just got paid. And a lot of people were like, oh, why was my commission so low? And basically it's because they're only signing loyal customers. So that's that. If you feel like your business is in a slump, these are like a couple of questions that I always ask myself. So the first thing is how many people did you blitz last week? When we talk about blitzing, it's handing out those little cards that say, have you tried that crazy wrap thing? I know that it can be intimidating and uncomfortable to just walk up to somebody and just hand them a wrap coupon, especially because in the society that we live in, people will be like, what, do you think I'm fat or something? You've got to just be really careful about it. But blitzing is wearing the gear. I wear It Works gear everywhere that I go. Actually, just when I quit my job at Kaiser, I packed up all my like professional work clothes and I threw it in a box and I pulled out all my It Works clothes out of a drawer and I hung it up all nice in my closet because that's all I wear now. And even today I went to Walmart and my kids all wore It Works shirts. So that's considered a blitz. Because we have the bright colors and everybody knows, pretty much knows what It Works is. The other thing that you can do is use it as like a compliment card. This is the one thing that I'm really big on. Let's say I go to a restaurant and the person gives me like really awesome service. I will just leave a blitz card in the billfold with the bill and I'll write something on there like, hey, your service was phenomenal. I really appreciate the time that you spent with us today. Have you ever considered making an extra income on the side? I'd love to have you on my team. And you just slip it in there with your phone number with the bill, and then they'll see it later. So that one's a really big one for me. I also do that in the Starbucks line. I will pay for the person behind me, and I will say, I'll write on my blitz card, enjoy coffee on me. So it doesn't have to be scary. You don't have to walk up to strangers and be like, hey, have you tried that crazy wrap thing? Because I don't think anybody's going to do that. Although they might. Jean actually did that. She got a loyal customer today. So I guess I shouldn't say nobody will do that. But if you're not comfortable with it, then there's other ways around blitzing. So question number 1 is how many people did you blitz last week? If you can't answer that question, then you're not putting yourself out there enough. So make sure that you're putting yourself out there. And then the second question is, when was your last wrap party? That's something that we have gotten away from recently. I feel like when I very first started, everybody always had a wrap party within their first 2 weeks. So if you haven't had a wrap party, I highly suggest that you get one together. It's super easy. Your party pad came in your business kit and it walks through how to throw a party. And in your e-suite, there's actually notes that you can print out and just tape here, and it walks you through what is the wrap, what does it do, and it walks you through all of our top products, our top packages. It goes through the loyal customer program. I mean, everything is there for you, so you don't have to make anything up. It's not scary. And then it also goes through the business side. So anytime that you do a wrap party, you always want to go over the business piece, why you joined, what it's done to change your life, steps to success. You guys are going to be so tired of me saying that, but I truly believe like this is where all the magic happens. So you go over that with everybody and teach them how simple it is when you really break it down this way. And then you give them the annual income. chart, and you go over like where you're at, how long you've been with the company, or where you want to be, like where are you going to go that this is going to change your life. And then the last thing is when you do a party, you only give them two choices. Do they want to be a loyal customer, or do they want to be a distributor? You don't give them the choice of being a retail customer, because we don't like retail customers. And you don't really give them the choice of not doing anything, because you're going to wow them with your party pad presentation and they're going to want to sign up. I have hosted, oh God, I don't even know, hundreds of wrap parties. And I would say 90% join as a customer or a distributor. So if you haven't done a wrap party, feel free to reach out to me. I made a video on our team page and walked you guys through step-by-step how to throw a wrap party. I even did demonstrations on there, so you can search it at the top of the page. And then the next thing is are you using your hundreds list? So I think we're all pretty good on our hundreds list right now, because that was a really big push last month for our contest. But you should always have a hundreds list. Even 2.5 years into this business, I still have a hundreds list. And it's people that I've talked to or have reached out to me, or that I've messaged and they're interested, but they want me to check back with them. It's just like a way of keeping yourself structured and know who you've talked to, who you haven't talked to. And then keeping your why in front of you at all times. We all join the business for a reason. And so when you start to feel like maybe your business isn't going somewhere, or it's not as easy as you thought it was going to be, like think about why you started, and let that be the fuel to your fire. And then make sure that you are staying around like-minded people. So that's why I really like to do these push groups, because it gets all of us together that all want to do the same thing. So that's really good. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next topic. If there isn't any questions, make sure there's no. Okay. Let me see. Okay, so no questions, guys. Should I unmute, or just, I guess we could just do it in the chat. Okay. So the next thing that I wanted to go over is, so we talked about wrap parties, right? The importance of wrap parties. A lot of us do a good portion of our business on Facebook and Instagram. So one thing, and this isn't even in my notes, but it's just something that I always think about. When you start your business, you want to make sure that your Facebook and your Instagram are clean, meaning there's no swearing, there's no dirty pictures, there's no inappropriate anything, because you own a business, and if you choose to promote your business over social media, then your Instagram and your Facebook are essentially your storefront. I never want to open up one of my distributors' Facebook pages and see something, raunchy or, whatever, because that's not the image that we need to be portraying. So, and I'll give you guys an example. On my Facebook page, I try to keep everything super positive. The other day, my daughter bit my finger and I bled everywhere. I thought she broke my finger in half. Like, it was awful. She threw the worst temper tantrum ever. And I totally could have blasted that all over my Facebook because I was really upset. Actually, it still really hurts. But, I chose not to post that, because I don't want people to know that my child is going through terrible twos and she's an awful devil right now. You know what I mean? Because that doesn't help my business. So I didn't put it on there. So that's just kind of an example. So you always want to make sure, we always say, stay classy. Everything you post, just think of it as your audience are your customers. So would you want to buy from somebody who posts something like that? So you'll go through some of our distributor pages and you'll see what I'm talking about. And it's something that we're working on a lot. And it's a post that we keep reboosting to the top of our team page so that everybody sees it. And then the other thing is posting is not asking. So just because you're posting every single day doesn't mean that you're working your business. That is a huge part of our business. And you definitely need to be posting. I say I try 4 to 6 times a day total, between business and personal and inspirational. But posting is not asking. So if you want to get anywhere in your business, like, you have to put yourself out there and get uncomfortable and ask people to try your products. They work. They're amazing products. Most of us are products of the products. If you're just starting, you can use our testimony. I know I've lost 40 pounds since I started It Works, and I'm working on my last 20. And there's a lot of people on here that have lost a ton of weight with our products. So if you haven't maybe lost that weight or haven't tried the products, get personal testimony from somebody that has, and use that. So the products are amazing. We have a one-of-a-kind wrap product. We should be selling wraps all the time because that's our main focus. But you have to put yourself out there. So if you never ask, the answer will always be no, and posting is not asking. So kind of think of it that way. So if you want to sign your 4 loyal customers today, then you need to go out and ask people to try your products. And I'll use Jean as an example again. So Jean just started with us. She lives in like a totally small town. They barely even have internet. And she, went to her local hardware store, and the lady helped her at the cash wrap, and she had really good customer service. So Jean said exactly what I said, like, you have amazing service. I love your personality. Have you ever thought about doing It Works? And the lady, she was like, oh yeah, I've always wondered about that. So she gave her a card. And so she's going to follow up with that customer probably today or tomorrow. Actually, that's a potential distributor, today or tomorrow. But because of the city, that I don't even want to call it a city. It's not even a town. I think she called it like a pueblo or something. I don't know. But because of the place that she lives, she actually is driving to people's houses and having conversations with them about the product. She's been with the business for 2 days, and she's signed 5 customers. And basically she's just calling her friends and being really excited and saying, hey, I just started my own business. Can I come over and tell you about it? And today she made 5 appointments, and she signed all 5 as customers. So, and she was very nervous, you guys. Like, we talked last night until pretty late. We kind of went over everything, and she was like, I'm all in. I'm just going to do it. And she did it. So, and she has 9 more appointments set up this week. So if you want your business to grow, like, you have to put yourself out there, and you have to ask your friends and family to help. And then the last thing about Facebook and Instagram, you are in network marketing. That's what we're called, network marketing. So you need to expand your network. You can't keep marketing your products to the same 200 people. So every day you should be adding to your Facebook and Instagram, because a year from now, those 200 people are not going to want to still be seeing your posts, over and over again. Or you've already reached out to those 200 people because hopefully you've done your 100 list. So Instagram, you can add 200 people every hour. And I don't know what Facebook is, but you want to be expanding your network at all times so that you're posting to a different audience. And let's see. I think that was basically the main stuff that I wanted to go over. Let me see. Oh, and then there's this quote that I always like where it just says, there is no shame in falling short. If you stop, you will be filled with regret. So like, the only way you can really fail at this business is if you quit or if you stop. If you keep going, it's going to keep going. So definitely never quit. I shared this on a team lead Zoom a couple weeks ago, where one of my best friends was with the business, and she was one of the first people that I signed up, and she quit. She didn't tell me, she just didn't renew. And she still shows up in my top 5 highest volume because of the distributors that are underneath her that didn't quit. So imagine, had she not quit a year ago, she would be in my top 5 income earners in my downline. So don't ever quit. Like, always just keep going. The only way you fail is if you quit. Okay, so then the last thing I want to go over, and then we can do questions, is I want to go over the April contest, because there's been a little bit of confusion about that. So let me pull it up real quick. So the April contest is to win an iPad mini. So obviously there's only going to be one winner. So this is kind of the rules on it. So qualifiers, you have to run an 80 BB auto ship. And hopefully by explaining the fast starts and the commissions, you guys understand why we need to be running auto ships. Plus we need to be products of the products. Like, the best post that I ever do and get the most results from is if I am holding like this, like I'm holding a lip and eye, like, oh my God, I love my lip and eye. Can you tell I didn't sleep last night? No, because I used lip and eye. You need to hold the product. Like, even if you buy one of each thing and you just keep the box, like, that's all you need to do. People want to see that you have it. They want to see that it's tangible. They want to see that you've used it, touched it, all that stuff. So you need to be a product of the product. And then everybody needs to run 80 BB auto ships in order to get paid fast starts. There's nothing worse than putting 2 loyal customers under one of your brand new distributors and not getting paid because they didn't run an auto shipment. So people always, get upset that I make that a qualifier for my contest, but that will always be a qualifier. It used to be mandatory when I first started that you had to run an 80 BB auto ship if you wanted to be a part of the company. So I know it can be done. If you don't have the $80 to run an auto ship, then you need to be throwing wrap parties. You need to be doing something different. You need to be doing blitzes. You need to be getting wrap cash. Like, there's so many ways that you can do it to get that $80. So you have to run an 80 BB auto ship and you have to complete your steps to success. So I'm hoping that everybody in this group is going to complete their steps to success this month in the next 14 days. And that's our focus. So, or the second way you can qualify is if you run an auto ship and you promote a rank. So let's say you run your auto ship and you promote from distributor to executive, you get a point, even if you didn't complete your steps to success. If you run your 80 BB auto ship and you complete your steps to success and you promote a rank, you get 2 points. Yeah. No, 1 second. Okay. Sorry. So that would be like an example of how to get multiple entries. So here's a couple that I put together. So if you and 3 of your DTs complete the steps, if you and 3 of your DTs complete the steps of success, you are diamond. So imagine if you're on here and 3 of your distributors are on here and all of you guys finish your steps of success in the next 14 days, which is our goal, you would be at the diamond rank. So that would be distributor, executive, ruby, emerald, diamond. That'd be 5 points plus filling your steps of success. So 6 points towards the iPad mini. And then points are awarded to the original enroller. So if Megan enrolls a distributor and transfers that distributor to somebody else, the point goes to Megan, still gets that point. So it doesn't go to who you put the person under. It goes to whoever actually completed the steps to success, whether they transferred or not. So does that make sense to everybody? I don't know. Seemed like it was confusing. So an example would be if you complete the steps to success twice and you promote twice, let's say you go from distributor to Ruby, you would get 4 entries as long as you ran an auto ship. Or if you completed your steps to success 1 time and you promoted once, that would be 2 entries as long as you ran an auto ship. So that's the contest. And we're going to do I put on here that we were going to do a raffle. Okay, yeah, so we're going to do a raffle on that. So oh good, Megan Ashley said that makes sense. Okay, perfect. So what questions do you guys have? I'm going to unmute everybody because I want this to be interactive because I feel like I'm talking to a bunch of black screens right now. So I'm going to unmute you and you guys tell me what questions you have. Let me see. Okay, so everybody's unmuted. No questions, guys?
No, I don't.
No? Okay. Was this helpful or not helpful? What are some things that you guys want me to go over in the future?
I think this is helpful.
Okay. Oh, one more thing. I did want to start going back to doing the power hours. So let me mute everybody real quick. I do want to go back to starting the power hours because I feel like when we did the power hours in March, like we were growing so fast that we could barely even keep up. So let's go back to doing that. I don't know if you guys want to comment in the chat, like what the best time is for you guys. I don't mind running the power hours daily. It just has to be 1 time a day because we were doing it 2 times a day to try to accommodate everybody. And it was too much. I have 3 toddlers and they were not having it. So if we could just commit to like 1 time every single day, we could do that. And basically in a power hour, what we do is we all get together just like this. And I walk you guys through what I do in an hour to grow my business. And basically if you did that every single day, your business would grow fast. Like it's only an hour. So, and if you can do more, you can do more. Sorry, there's like a was. If you could do less, you do less, that kind of thing. So I want to go back to doing that. So maybe I'll post that on the feed. So let me see. Oh, Ashley, her phone's going to die. That's okay, Ash. Stephanie's super helpful. I have screaming children. So do I. That's okay. Megan said she's in. Okay, perfect. So I would say I would like the goal for this week for us. This is going to be just for you guys because you got on the Zoom. If at any point in the next 14 days, if you guys get 4 loyal customers in one day, just like Jean did today, I will buy you whatever It Works shirt from the store that you want. If you do that multiple times, you sign for today, you sign for tomorrow, you sign for the next day, then you can get 3 things from the It Works store. So I want to make sure that we do, make sure you get your customers and then you start working on your distributors. If you already have your 4 customers for this month, then just go straight to working on distributors. And if you've been with us for a while, some of the best ways to get distributors is to get your loyal customers to turn into distributors. So a good handful of my distributors that I have were loyal customers for me at one point, and that's because they want to try the product first. They want to know that it works. So if you have people that have been with you for 2-3 months, reach out to them and say, hey, now that you've tried the product, is this something that you would be interested in doing? I would love to have you on my team. Just something simple like that. So we'll go over a lot of that during the power hours. But okay, yeah, Alyssa and Steph said down for power hours. Okay, perfect. All right. Well, my love bugs just woke up from their naps. So if you guys don't have any questions, we can end here. We'll just see if anybody says anything. Ooh, careful. No? Okay. Oh, Megan, thank you. No problem. Thanks for getting on, you guys. Amanda, I'm good with power hours if I can work on the time difference. I know that's the hard thing. Like we have people in Alaska and we have people in Canada and we have people on the East Coast. Yeah, so that's going to probably be the hardest part is finding a time. So maybe we can just have everybody comment on what time is good for them and then on the feed and what time zone they're in, and then we can just find the most common one. Or, if we pick a time and nobody gets on it, then we'll just have to pick a different time because I want this for the people that want it. That's why I told everybody not to ask their downlines to come. I want people to ask to be a part of this. You know what I mean? Like I want this to be a big deal. I want them to come because if we ask people to come and we add them to the feed, all it is more work because if they're not going to do anything, they're not going to do anything. It's the ones that want to do the work that we want to work with. And then Stephanie, oh, thank you. Very helpful. I want to go up a rank in the next 14 days. Yeah, totally. I think everybody on here can. I know everybody on here can. So much can happen in 14 days in the wrap world, you guys. It's pretty insane. So, and then Alyssa said, will you be posting this? I missed the first part. I will send this to whoever's on here. I don't want to send it as a recording to the team because, hold on, baby. Oh, hold on. Because I feel like they should make the time to be on. If it's important to them, they're going to get on. If it's like a time change thing or a time zone thing, then I will send it out. But I'll send it to you, Alyssa, because it is recording. And I missed the first part. Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah, no problem. I'll send it to you. And then if you guys want it, I can send it to everybody that's on here. It's up to you guys if you want the refresher. Every week that we do these the Zooms, I'm going to do a Zoom every week like this. And I really want to go over charting with you guys like individually. So one of the things that I said was, sorry, okay. Oh, it says iPhone, so I don't know who that is. Oh, somebody missed the beginning part. You have to type your name in the chat because your name just says iPhone. Oh, hi, Ryan. Okay, I'll send it to you too. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I want to do the Zooms. But one of the things with doing this 14-day push is I want to spend time with you guys one-on-one. So that was another reason why I didn't want it to go to everybody because I don't have 200 hours in the next 14 days to give to everybody. So I would like to have some time with you guys one-on-one and go over like your charting with you, where you're at with your steps, see what questions you have. So we can do it on a Zoom, we can do it on the phone, we can do it on FaceTime, like whatever's easiest. Just send me what time works for you and we can set some time up. So I know I have time set aside for Ryan already and Lacey. But I don't think anybody else has reached out to me yet. And then I'll see Ashley tomorrow, and I'll see Megan this week. So anybody else who wants one-on-one time with me, let me know, and we can do it with your enroller too. That's fine. Okay, so Ryan, Steph, and Alyssa. Okay, you guys got it. Thank you guys for getting on.
Let me out because she wants to kneel.
Okay, you guys have to see this real quick. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Ugh. Check out this swag. I make my kids wear their It Work shirts anywhere that we go.
Mommy,
So
Mommy, what's the white box?
the white box is the chat. So, okay. Bye, guys. Thanks for getting on. Appreciate you. Have a good one.
I adult.
You're so silly.
No,
I love you.
I go